Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. So for this week's reading, I am reading with the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot by Ethony, and I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week, and my intention is to get an overview of the energies, themes, opportunities of the week ahead. Okay, so I'm actually just going to slide a card behind these cards so they stay upright. Now, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this video. I post these readings every week. So let's dive in. Okay, so first card is for the beginning of the week, so Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And we have the 9 of Wands. All right. Now, I have a whole bunch of candles lit because it is such a dark morning. It's November 1st today, and I woke up and it was so dark and gloomy and drizzly. So I've lit some candles to kind of brighten the mood. So we have 9 of Wands, which is kind of a gloomy card for the beginning of the week. But 9 of Wands is telling you to persevere. If you run into challenges, difficulties, particularly when it comes to like your own levels of motivation or your own mindset, 9 of Wands is saying, keep moving forward despite setbacks, even in the face of self-doubt or not trusting yourself or feeling overly pessimistic, keep moving forward. So the guy in this card, he looks like a mountaineer. He's hiking through this big kind of rocky, it kind of looks like a hostile terrain is really what it looks like. There's these big boulders, there's all these stakes and sticks, and he's got one leg and he has a pickaxe. So he has some tools. He's got the pickaxe. But he's got a couple of sort of injuries. He's got one leg and he has a bandage around his head. But he has this look of determination on his face. So the message here is that even when the environment feels hostile, deep down, reach into that inner strength to keep moving forward. So you may find yourself at the beginning of the week maybe feeling a little tired, a little dragged out, and kind of like, oh, I'm so exhausted, or like, how am I going to keep moving forward, or how am I going to keep putting energy into whatever it is you're putting energy into, if it's a specific project or goal or whatever. So 9 of Wands is saying, keep moving forward, even if it feels like you're not getting very far. It's kind of an encouraging card saying, like, don't give up. That's the overall message I get with that card. And then we have the Magician for the middle of the week. So there is this shift, this perceptible shift between beginning of the week. There may be a lot of like misgivings, self-doubt, feeling kind of run down and tired, and really questioning yourself, like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choices? What's it all for? That kind of attitude. And then when we get midweek, there is this shift. So here we have the Magician. The Magician is the picture of confidence. So the Magician, super confident, very tapped into his power. He knows his own power. He knows what he's capable of. The 9 of Wands is kind of doubting his own inner power. Magician doesn't have any self-doubts at all. And with the Magician, and I should point out here, the Magician is number 1 in the major arcana. The Fool is 0, so that's the first card, and then followed by number 1, the Magician. And the Magician is all about being proactive. It's about taking action, making something happen, and believing that I don't want to use any like tired cliches here, but the Magician is about believing in your dreams, or believing that your dreams can come true. So you have this ability to take, whether it's your dreams or an idea or a concept or something that inspires you, and making it happen. Now, that's not something that can necessarily be done overnight. There's a series of steps that need to happen, but the magician is all about getting clear on what you need to do in order to create what you want to create. There is this immense kind of creative energy with the magician, but he's also very organized and methodical. So he's not just a type of character who's like, oh, I've got this great idea and I want to make it happen. He's like, okay, I've got this great idea. Here's how I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do this. 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 And he's not all about action. So he's not totally focused on taking action. He also knows the value of using his thoughts, his mindset, his emotions and feelings, because your emotions and your feelings are like fuel for your thoughts. And if you can get your feelings and your thoughts and your actions all on the same page, that's when you can really start to make a difference with things and really start to make things happen. End of the week, we have 8 of Cups. So this is interesting because I feel like with 9 of Wands and 8 of Cups, we see someone who's on a bit of a journey. The guy in the 9 of Wands is kind of coming towards us through this hostile environment. 8 of Cups, there's a person right here in the background in a cape, and they are kind of wandering off into the distance. It's interesting to me because the beginning of the week, I feel like the 9 of Wands is kind of determined. It's like, despite the difficulty, I'm going to do this. And the magician also has this look of determination. It's just that he has more self-confidence that it's going to work out. Whereas the person in the 8 of Cups looks like they're kind of meandering off into the distance. So they're searching for something, but they're not sure what. So there is this like kind of a shift between being really focused, knowing what you want, to being like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm looking for something. I'm not sure what. So there is something of the explorer and the seeker with the 8 of Cups. And the message I get here is allow yourself to get lost this weekend. You don't always have to have a plan. You don't always have to have a goal or know what you're doing. It's okay to just kind of wander for a bit, because that's often when we make the most amazing discoveries. And when I was 18 years old, I went to Europe, and I went on this, it was a 6-week tour of Europe. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Kentucky tours, but they were these like tours for young people. And so I think it was like 18 to 30 or 18 to 35. And it was me on this busload of, there was a lot of people that were like pretty hardcore partiers. And I really wasn't at that point in my life at all. And I just remember this tour of Europe. It was 6 weeks long. And it was really crazy. But anyways, one of the things I loved to do, I spent a lot of time on my own. And I would get to a new city and I would just, have a map. And obviously this was way before phones. So there's no smartphones. I just have like a paper map. And I would just go off and I would get lost every time. I would get so lost in every city that I explored. And I would just kind of wander around and kind of let the wind take me places. And there's all kinds of interesting experiences I had and discoveries I made by just allowing myself to get totally lost. So that's kind of what this card makes me think of a little bit is, the magician is great. It's all about having a plan, being focused, but then also balancing that out with not being focused and giving yourself that space and that freedom to just seek and explore and get lost and wander and see where the wind takes you. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out and look at all the cards together, see if there's anything else that I want to say. I am noticing like the hand positions are pretty much the same with the 9 of Wands and the Magician. There's the hand up, gripping a stick, He's got his wand here. He's got his walking stick or whatever there. And then the hand kind of pointing down. So that the arm positions are the same in both these cards, which is really interesting. Actually, maybe I'll just zoom in so you can really see that. So the hand positions are the same. That look of determination is the same. But then we get to the weekend and things shift. So the Eight of Cups is very, very different than the previous two cards. I'm just going to see if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything I want to add here. There is a little bit of a similarity between the Nine of Wands and Eight of Cups. Like it almost looks like the Eight of Cups is the same place as the Nine of Wands, except now like water has come in and the rocks are smoothed out. And even like the mountain here looks like kind of the same angle, almost like the same landscape, except this big mountain isn't in the Eight of Cups, but there's like some odd kind of similarities in the landscape there. So I feel like, again, there is a shift. And as we move towards the weekend, it's almost like there's more emotionality on the weekend. There's more feeling. There's more sensitivity. It feels like the first two cards are about figuring things out with your mind and doing and approaching life in a very yang kind of energized way. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm determined to make this happen. I'm going to set this goal and I'm going to take action. It's kind of like that for the first little bit. And then as we get to the weekend, it's like that approach maybe doesn't really work as well. And Eight of Cups is more of a feminine sort of going with the flow, kind of feeling into things, paying attention to the lunar cycles, kind of being in touch with the moon. It has a very different energy to it. So yeah. And I don't know if I can really sum up this week. Really, I don't think I want to. So I think I'm going to wrap things up here. And I just want to invite you, of course, I always want to invite you to share your own thoughts on these cards. Let me know if what I said resonated or didn't resonate, or if you have a different idea about these cards or a similar idea. Always feel free to share in the comment section below. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Kate. I'm from Daily Tarot Girl. You can check out my YouTube channel, also my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got lots of fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and thank you for watching.